I am Yoganand. We are going to explain about my topic is review of basic probability theory. Content of probability theory, review of basic probability theory, what is probability theory, types of probability theory, structure of probability theory, advantages and disadvantages of probability theory. Review of basic probability theory. We hope that the reader has seen little base probability theory previously. We will give very quick and review some reference for further reading appear at the end of the chapter. A variable representations events a subset of the space of possible outcomes. Without making any assumptions, the probability of a joint event equals the probability of an events multiplied by the probability of the other event conditions knowing first event happened. What is probability theory? Probability theory is a mathematical framework that allows us analyze chance events in logically sound manner. The probability of an event is a number indicating how likely that event will occur. This number is always between 0 and 1, where 0 indicates impossibility and 1 indicates creativity. Types of probability theory. There are three types of probability theory. One is technical probability theory. Technical probability is equal to number of verifiable outcomes divided by number of possible outcomes. Answer the probability of picking up a red balls is 0.4167. Example, find the probability of getting 3 fair die. The possible outcomes rolling a die are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The example of theoretical probability is equals to number of favorable desired outcomes divided by total number of possible outcomes. Second one is experimental probability. The definition of experimental probability is the probability of an event actually happening. A test occurs to determine what the probability of the events is using a specific formula to compare the number of times the event took place and the total number of times the experiment was executed. Example of experimental probability. Probability of an event P of E is equals to number of times an event occurs divided by total number of trials. Experimental probability. Experimental probability is found by the repeating an experiment and observing the outcomes. P of event is equals to number of times event occurs divided by total number of trials. Example, a coin is tossed 10 times, has is recorded 7 times and tail 3 times. P of head is equals to 7 by 10. P of tail is equals to 3 by 10. Next, third one is axiomatic probability. An axiomatic approach to probability refers to the probability of an event based on additional evidence. The word itself refers to a method assigning probabilities based on some predefined axioms. Essentially, this is done to equality the event and to make it easier to calculate with whether the event occurred or not. The example of axiomatic probability. Axiomatic probability is a function P of V, the assigning to every event E two number called the probability of E such that the probability of event is greater than or equal or 0. P of E is less greater than is equals to 0. The probability of the sample space is 1. P of lambda is equals to 1. Structure of probability theory. Given the possible outcomes of the probability of an event is determined by assigning a number of between 0 and unity to each one of the mutually exclusive eliminatory events. The possible outcomes of an events continuity, the space of events, the sample spaces. The example of axiomatic probability. Advantages and disadvantages of probability theory. Your sample is more likely to be representative because all members have equal chance of being selected. Your sample is less likely to be beside. The ability to generalize considerations about the population is higher. Speed with the burden of performing multiple tasks, simulational the speed must be also maintained. Time saver, it's very observes that it is speed is maintained, task will be completed on time. Accuracy, storage, security, cost effective internet, creating employment. Thank you.